Well, guys, I tell you what, working with people in real estate, it can go many ways. It can go left, right, north, or south. But what I try to tell people, make sure you work with the right people, especially when it's on the investing side of real estate. So in this video here, we're gonna see how things can go the wrong way. I'm gonna tell you how to avoid those pitfalls as well at the end of the video. But I'm gonna go through this video and show you guys the red flags and things that you can avoid to not get yourself into these situations. So let's take a look at this video.
They were sold a dream.
Come to class, don't miss it. Come get this good education.
I invested
65,000.
90K I invested with her.
But what they say this woman in Atlanta is really selling? A nightmare, tricking other black women into getting business credit cards to fix and flip homes with her.
We've given them everything that we have in our savings.
They say once you get your money, things get funny. One of the homes catching fire, money unaccounted for. What's really going on behind black girls in real estate?
I did not do anything wrong.
I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates. Now, one person reaching out to us is one.
First, I want to say there's nothing wrong with working with people in real estate, especially in this matter, because I work with people in real estate all the time when it comes to doing projects together. Okay, so when you're going to spend your hard-earned money with someone, make sure you know the game plan of what the deals you guys are doing from A to Z. Now, a lot of people get into the business and they have good intentions. They have real good intentions. But once things get to rolling, sometimes they make bad decisions. So sometimes a person probably like this did not go in to go do anything wrong, but things turn bad. But I don't know. We're gonna keep watching the video.
But when several women came forward claiming they were duped out of hundreds of thousands of dollars from someone in Atlanta, we started asking questions. What was the promise?
So she would teach you how to get the funding. She had a team that could help us, the contractors, lenders, the credit people.
This is how they say Janine Searcy, CEO of Black Girls in Real Estate, lures people in on social media, private one-on-one coaching courses to teach black women how to invest in real estate, flipping homes and turning them into a decent profit. Tara, a real estate agent based in New Jersey, she says she was all in.
I felt like, this would be a place for me to start. Realtors always need a second hustle.
How much did you spend?
So for the class, it was $25,000.
$25,000 for 8 virtual sessions. $25,000.
I know it was. Now that I think about it, I'm like, I could have went to school for $25,000.
She went through with it anyway, and that's when she says the red flag started immediately.
The first class, she canceled and had to reschedule. So it was more of, hey girl, I can't make it today. I got to go get my hair done type of situation. And that should have been a red flag for me immediately. But, I was just like, let me just get the information and keep going.
She says a big part of the class was about funding. Searcy guiding you to build your own LLC and get the loan process going.
She connects us with this group called Fund and Grow. And they get us business credit. So they apply. You don't even see the applications. You just see the cards coming in. So we ended up getting, between me and my husband, $120,000 in business credit.
Excited to get started flipping homes in New Jersey, she was told there were no profitable homes to flip in her area.
She comes to me, she says, listen, I know you can't find a project.
Okay, let's stop there. I'm going to say at this point, everything's looking good. You're working with a potential client, and this lady here looks like she's an agent from a certain city, and you're working with the clients, and you're pretty much trying to get them approved for some form of funding. Now, some clients already have some form of funding in place, whether it's like a line of credit or cash, or even family members they're working with to get the money from. But those who don't have it, yeah, we all have ways of getting our client in front of people who can fund their deals. I mean, these things happen every single day. So as of now, as of moment, everything's going the way it's supposed to go. This investor is with this lady and other people and helping them get their funding together. So at this point, I don't see anything wrong, but let's move on with the video.
Jack, I have a personal deal that's going on. Do you want to join? I don't really do this. But I know that you really want to do this.
It was a $1.2 million build here on Claremont Terrace in Atlanta.
You're in New Jersey. Did you want to invest in properties in Atlanta, or that was just what was offered to you?
That was what was offered. Of course, I would love to invest more where I was, but what I've sent her, she just was like, "That's not worth it. The profits is too close. It's too tight. It's not worth it."
She agrees to go in on the project, $90,000. Circe and her business partner, Tyler Williams, they put up $1.1 million through their own individual LLCs.
I wire transferred from all those credit cards to multiple different accounts. That should have been another red flag.
She says that two other women whom she never met, they were also stakeholders on the project.
I went down there and I went to go visit the site without her. It was nothing done. It looked like it wasn't even touched.
That was in March 2024. In their contract, the property was to be renovated and sold within about 6 months. They guaranteed Tara a 200% return too. Her $90,000 original investment plus a $90,000 profit when it was sold.
She was like, "Oh, we had..."
Okay, let's stop right there. They look like they were doing a new build, and guys, some new builds can take 6 months to even from start to finish. That's fast. And some new builds can take up to a year. There's a new build here in our city that I know a couple, they've been working on for about a year as well. And it can take a long time, but they was like projected 6 months, this new build being built and sold and gave them almost a 200% return on their money. That's a lot. That's a lot. Those types of deals like that, I don't see how possible you can make it work with the math is not mathed. Because also, guys, you got to understand. See, I'm picking up on everything they're putting down. Meaning, when she said that she wired over her money through credit cards, and there was a couple other people that was a part of this transaction as well, and somebody else put in 1.1 million, something like this. Like, that's a lot of hands in the fire. So when you got that much hands in the fire, that's a less profit that's going to go to people. So just by that alone is enough for me to say, something's not adding up. But again, let's keep going.
Some issues with structural. We signed in March. This was June. So we were like, "You didn't even tell us like what the situation." She was like, "It's not a big deal, but it's an additional $20,000 or something that they had to pay."
She paid for the back door, about $7,000, but that's all she could do.
We're out of money. We are totally out of money.
By this point, over a year goes by. It's May 2025. She wanted out of the deal altogether, but she says Circe refused and has yet to pay her back. And remember, she did take out a business credit line for this. Hey roommates, before we go any further, do us a big one. If you love some TSR Investigates, make sure you go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the Shade Room's YouTube channel for new weekly episodes of this show and more. Okay, let's get back to it.
How much is your monthly payment? You're still paying these monthly payments?
I'm close to about $6,000 a month. It's more than my house bills. We've given them everything that we have in our savings.
And she is not alone. It happened to Makisha McClinton in Georgia.
We won't get our money back.
And Charlotte Wolcott in Tennessee.
She's really good with kind of talking a good game once she gets the investment or the money.
This was to be $1 million homes we're talking about.
It was set to sell for $1 million and something.
Wolcott wiring $65,000 to go in on this $870,000 flip property in Atlanta's prominent Buckhead neighborhood.
Per the contract, if it sells, then my return on that investment would have been a return of $100,000.
But the dream, it was short-lived.
This is the house. Look at this.
October 2024, months into the
100,000, you put in 65,000, your return is gonna be 100,000. Oh, man, a lot of this math is not mathing, guys. It's not mathing. You have to be careful on what you're doing. The math is not mathing. I'm getting nervous because I do this every day, and I know these numbers are not making any sense. But let's move forward.
The flip, it burned down.
I don't want to go all the way up in this thing because I definitely don't want to fall in. I mean, you could see it is completely like, I mean, cannot believe this.
When the house did burn down, was it a mysterious fire? Did you feel like there was something going on with it?
She says on her own Facebook, her live on Facebook on that day, it burned for 6 hours and nobody saw it. But you can see in the video that she's doing, there's a house right next door.
We did get a hold of the fire incident report. Fire investigators, they were called to the scene, but the cause, it was listed as undetermined. McClinton, she was a stakeholder on the project too, and says it wasn't adding up.
And they sold a property in May, and they didn't even tell us they sold the land for $800,000. And they had got a check, so we asked for documentation. They said they didn't get all the check from the insurance. I said, well, can you send me over the document as to why they didn't send over the full amount for the burn down? We never received it. We never received the document for the purchase of the home or the sale or the insurance check.
Instead, she says they took their investment money and funneled it into another flip project miles away, a project they knew nothing about.
If we're willing to take the loss, let us take it. Mm-hmm. They would not tell us the loss. They would not give us any of the money back, even from the nothing. They just kept it and kept on going and started basically ignoring us and stopped responding.
Ashley Wilson from South Carolina says they stopped responding to her too when she pumped the brakes on her $61,000 investment in Chicago back in 2023.
Once we got into the project and closed on it, mysteriously, we didn't have a contractor. Janine did not help with trying to find someone.
When they did find a general contractor, the construction costs were $60,000 more than expected.
It came to a point where they asked for additional funds from me. The first time I did provide some additional funds, which is almost $4,000. It was paid directly to the GC to keep the project moving. Mm-hmm. But then the second time when they came, I'm exhausted all my funds. I'm not adding any more. We need to reevaluate.
She says Searcy was not happy.
Contract clearly says all I had to provide was the $61,000. I fulfilled my side of it. So she hires an attorney to try to mediate between us to figure out how we could get to a settlement.
The fix, they wanted to bring 2 more people on the project to help with funding.
The other piece of that settlement would include an NDA. And then she's saying that I couldn't sue her for the coaching fees, which was $25,000. So I declined. Fast forward, they moved forward with doing the renovation. It closed on October 24th of this year.
$150,000 below what it was projected to sell for. Wilson says she's still waiting to get her initial investment back. She says terms of their contract were simply not met.
A lot of times people hear the financial losses, but they don't get to see the emotional and mental trauma. PTSD is greater than me, and I want to be able to really truly be that advocate for people who may not be able to speak up or feel like they can't speak up because of it.
Now, a Facebook page was created where dozens of women came forward sharing similar stories, many of them banding together and getting an attorney to take legal action against Searcy and her affiliates. Now, we did reach out to Searcy and her representatives. They told us they would provide a statement, but we did not receive it before publication. Here's what Searcy said, though, in a since deleted Facebook Live video addressing some of their concerns.
There's got to be somebody to blame. I feel like I'm being blamed right now. Their money is being held in an investment. They don't want it to be held in investment. They want their money back today. So now it's like a shakedown, right? Like we're going to blast you. We're going to, put you out. I have a lawyer as well. I have all my paperwork. I did not do anything wrong. The project is in construction right now, and that's just what it is. So I will do my best to continue to push this project forward, again, with integrity. I could absolutely, be a better communicator in certain things, but I cannot control the market. I cannot control a house burning down. God, I wish that house hadn't burned down, because we would have been finished by now and it would have been absolutely gorgeous. This is my real life. This is what I do. So while you're screaming and yelling, I'm over here working the business, finding the solutions, to push projects faster, doing the things that we need to do to make it happen. And that's just what it is.
Now, I was told she and her attorneys are taking legal action, and they do plan to file defamation lawsuits against those women making these claims against her. If or when that happens, it's still unclear. For TSR Investigates, I'm Justin Carter.
All right, guys. Watching this video here is very simple. I mean, it's very simple, and you just get down to the nitty gritty here. This young lady here, I think she started everything off correctly. How you working with a client, and trying to get those clients funded. I think that's one thing that she done that I don't do, and people have asked me to do it over the years, is have a program or classes and stuff I teach when it comes to real estate. And I'll be honest with you, almost 18 years ago, I did a few little free classes and charged some minimal stuff just for people to doing it. I mean, it's some small stuff I was doing at the local Holiday Inn, have some people come in. I was just teaching real estate classes. I even still have the same booklets. But besides that was back in 2008 or something like that, 7. That's been forever ago. But I haven't done that. And the reason why for that is that I don't want to take $10, $15, $20, $30,000 from people to teach a class. And I'm going to tell you the reason why. Because I've been doing real estate over 20 some years now, is that people are lazy. And as soon as something doesn't work for them, they're going to blame you for it. They're going to say, hey, that didn't work, Antonio. And I know it works. It works every day for me. And so that's one reason I don't do that. So if I'm gonna do anything money-wise with people, that we're just going to go in and buy these properties together, and or use them as a private money lender. I go do my thing and pay them back in return their money, something like that. That's the way I go. Now, another red flag is that this agent, the first lady who gave her money, she was saying something about in her market there was no houses like that needed flip, whatever. I call BS, because in every market there are houses that can be flipped. Period. Even people in my market say, hey, it's not houses. These people are not great marketers. They don't know how to actually go out there and find pre-foreclosures for sale by owners, house that's on market that need to sell, but you got to make the contact with the agent to make the offer. So they're out there. So what she just basically wanted this lady to invest in her new constructions inside her city. So what happened? The house is burning down. Great. Okay, it happens. That's why you got to make sure you got insurance on the house. Also, the other house that they say they sold for $100,000 less, that's just been a bad real estate investor, not knowing your numbers on rehabbing this house, or not knowing your numbers on constructing this house, and not knowing the market. Even if you miss, you still able to hit your numbers. So even when I'm working with my partners, and they'll be the first one to tell you, Tony, I always say, even when we miss, we have to hit. You know what I mean? Meaning that if the worst possibility happens, our investing partners get paid back. Now, we probably don't make any money ourselves, but our investing partners get paid back, because that's the most important thing. They have to get paid back. And guess what? And they're going to be happy to lend on another deal as long as they got what they supposed to got out the deal, even though we didn't make anything besides probably a ball of state. So those things have to happen. So this young lady here, not calling anybody any names, criminals, and all that nonsense. I'm not getting into none of that, because I don't think you should do any of that. I think people go into business with good faith, but sometimes things happen. That's why you got to know this business from inside out. Everyone can't do this business. I'm telling you what I know for a fact. You have to know your numbers. You got to know about rehab costs. You got to know what the plumber is going to be. You got to know what the HVAC is going to be. You got to know that, hey, I think I can sell this house for $215, but guess what? What if I got to sell it for $200? You got to have those things added into your buying of a property. If not, you're going to miss. And if you miss with other people's money, this is what happened. We would get videos like this. And I don't like it, to be honest with you. But it's an eye opener for everyone, those who gave money and this other young lady here as well. So I know she's going to run her business a totally different. Hopefully they can work out the issues that they have with their lenders and make everybody whole. So, wow. Hey guys, do me a favor. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Definitely share it with your community. Share it around your people. Let's see what people think about it. I want to know what you think about this video inside the description down here, inside the comment section. Come down here, let me know what you're thinking about the video. Would have gave someone that amount of money for a class? I want to know. Would you have gave somebody $10, $15, $20,000 just to teach you real estate? I want to know what you would have done down here inside the comment section. At the end of the day, guys, let's subscribe to the channel and let's do deals.